Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Corner Live. I like to say on casterscorner.com, but we have it, but we don't use it anymore. Happy to have everybody here. Happy to have you guys join us again. This week, camera's a little blurry. We'll see if we can use Optimus to refocus. So this week, another friend, old friend from when we did all of our stuff. One of good friends, really good comic book guy, really big DC guy. Really knowledgeable about stuff. Really happy to have him here. Here comes JayQ.
Hey,
Hey,
what's going on, man?
what's going on? It's been a while.
It has been a while. I
Oh,
never
good.
talked to you through the typing through the live shows.
Oh, right. There should be a little thing. I always forget to do that. There's a little chat button on the right hand side. You should be able to see it.
Oh,
Um,
there it is. All right, I see
it
it.
is. You'll be able to see the chats. Um, so yeah, no, it's been a while. Like we haven't done this in a long time. I actually have the same shirt as you. Good thing I didn't wear it. Wear my own stuff. Um,
Branding.
exactly. Wear this all the time. Like if I'm not working, like day job, like I'm wearing my hoodies and my hats and everything lately.
What
Um,
did, what did yogurt say? Merchandising.
yes. I'm not going to tell you where. I actually have been recognized with my shirt before. I was
All
with
right.
DJ. We were somewhere that I'd rather not mention. And the guy behind the counter was like, I watch your videos.
I'm like, all right.
Okay, which did you like? He's like, I watched this one, and I'm like, oh, you actually do watch our stuff. Okay, cool. Um, so what's up, man? How you been? What's going on with you?
Well, just life in general, bro. I mean, I'm back in school, so I feel like Dangerfield. I'm the oldest kid in my class, and my professor in a live stream said, in 2001, I was 2 years old. I was like, man, I was 21. And I'm going, Jesus Christ. But
Yeah,
yeah, so I'm trying to get my degree and finish up school, and kids are growing up. Uh, I'm full. I mean, volleyball is full almost year round now for me. Started as an assistant coach,
yeah.
now I'm a head coach. I'm also a travel coach,
Look
and
at you,
so I mean, it's just year round.
full plate,
Oh yeah. On
and the
top of
collect.
that, and the collections and
Right. It doesn't look like it's slowing down. Like
no,
you got a full wall there.
and there's stuff that's probably still not up that I haven't put up yet. So just moving this new place, so
Okay,
it's still setting up.
nice. Anything good? Bet I'm trying to see what you got in the background. What you got good? Any good one? I see some platinum stickers, for sure.
There's some plats in there.
Yeah. Get anything new lately?
Yeah, actually, I picked up three today actually, in a shopping trip.
I'm
Uh,
afraid to see what you got and whether or not I have it.
Hush
Okay,
two.
I'm good with that. Okay, yeah.
I only wanted the cape. Then
Yeah, no, I know. That's the whole reason.
Nicholson Joker, or Nicholson esque Joker,
Yes,
and
that's a hot one.
Canary.
That's the regular one. Okay,
Regular,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I picked up those three today, and I grabbed a Cassandra Nova for Sanchez. He couldn't find one in South Florida, so there was two on the shelf at Target today. So I grabbed one for him. So I'll ship that to him later.
At least somebody bought them. Like up here, it's like there's 6 or 8 on the shelf, and it's like there's not. They're not going to sell through those. Those are going to sit.
Either they're not available down there yet, or people are just buying them. I don't know. So he said he hasn't seen it yet. So
Well, but you got to remember, like Hasbro's gone on record saying that like Target is specifically doing that. So like one store gets two, another store, a different store gets two more, a different store gets two more, and then the seventh figure in the wave is online only. So the only way to get them all is to go to all 3 stores and do an online purchase through them. So
and allocation, that's another issue I have with this lately. It's like you want to go online, but you can't beat the bots.
no,
If you do beat the bots, it's you don't know what you're gonna get. They may cancel it on you. I've had a bunch of things get canceled on me last minute,
yeah,
and you waste your time driving around, and it's like gas being as high as it is. Why am I wasting my time?
I know it's at 4 today up here, and I had to drive up to Massachusetts, so it was like a 45-minute drive, and I'm like, oh, like I love the store, I love Red 5, up here. It's a really good toy store, but you know, I'm like 45 minutes is, you know, half a tank of gas back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even though I got a good car, it's still a lot, and it's eating into it. So it's like I have to plan my trips a little bit better, where I can't go because I was going up like almost every week,
Right.
And no, I can't do that. There's got to be like every couple weeks.
Right.
So
I remember you all were talking a couple shows back about the Star Wars figure. And I said they priced me out. You know, I went and sold all my Black Series. I kept some of my SHFs, like the original trilogy SHFs.
yeah, right,
I kept
exactly.
those, and I kept Mandalorian figures. Everything
Yeah,
else, I sold locally in a big old lot just because there was no room for them. And then I
no,
went deep in my
yeah,
Power Rangers, so I went down a rabbit hole collecting all the vintage Megazords. I know in the promo we did, I had all those vintage Megazords. I mean, it's my daughter looks at my room and goes, "Dad, like another one?" I'm like, "Yeah, because you have to buy 3 or 4 to make it a perfect one because how old these things are."
yeah. And the plastic, like it depends. Like the '90s, you're still like they're still being made pretty well, but to get all the pieces you need, you have to buy. Because I think I went after the GI Joe headquarters, and I had to buy at least 2, if not almost 3, to get all the parts because it was cheaper to buy them together and then
Right.
take parts off than to buy the individual parts. So yeah, no, you got to buy a bunch. You
I
definitely
did that
do.
with the Tor, the Shuttle Zord from season 2 Power Rangers. Mine took a nosedive and it shattered into a million pieces. So I bought another one. Well, it arrived shattered. I bought 4 of those suckers and I had to glue them all together piece by piece to get a perfect one.
Yeah, and the other thing is like, because I watch Toy Federation a lot on YouTube, and they talk about some of like what's it? It's not the Discovery, it's the Defiant, the GI Joe Defiant. So even if you get one that's a big aircraft, not the
Yeah.
aircraft, the shuttle launch,
Yeah.
um, the base, the springs come under pressure, and so 45-year-olds plastic trying to hold pressurized springs,
Got a crack.
they're going to crack. They're absolutely going to crack just from sitting in a box, even if it's brand new. So it's like you can't even crank them because you'll snap them. They're
Right.
just brittle. So what are you going to do when McFarlane lets go, or not lets go, but gets it taken away?
You know, and I've heard again heard. I don't know if it's legit, but he's going to continue some of these 7 inches through the DC Direct line. So with the comic books in them. So
Yeah,
there's hope to keep the 7 inch scale, but I'm not going back to 6 inch. I'm unless it's something I really want or something I really need, or I can kind of put him in the back and say, look, he's in the collection or she's in the collection. I'm not switching scales again. I mean, I fooled me 3 times with Mattel the first time, then the DC Direct, what was it called the Unlimited
well, they did Icons,
Icons. That's what yeah, that
which
one.
was
Yeah,
really good, and then they switched to Essentials, which are compatible with the McFarlane stuff,
and I just
size wise.
it's just the size. I was content with the original DC Direct being a little bit bigger because
Yeah,
you can certain characters you can kind of phase in there, like some of the Build-A-Figures, like Grundy and the Elastigirl and Giganta. Those scale because of how big they are. Even Comanche Chief, all that stuff. But I'm not going back to 6 inch. Like I said, I
no,
saw the first wave, and because I'm
no,
a
you did.
Batman fan, I might get Batman.
Those aren't. That's not the first wave.
That's not. Oh,
No, that's the kids line. So
oh,
like, do you know the Mattel wrestling lines?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So they've got the basics, right? They've got the elites, and then they have the ultimates.
Okay.
So what Mattel showed were the basics.
Okay. I
So
noticed
that's
the articulation was shit. So
yeah. So those are the basics. Those are going to be like the $10, $15 cheapos, for like little kids to kind of just get their favorite characters. They legally can't show the collector line until January.
okay. Well,
So I'm worried though. Like I'm genuinely worried because I didn't bring him in. So I did a video about it. I picked up CM Punk and I picked up Obafemi because I was like, oh, they got WrestleMania matches. They're out now. Let me grab them. And while I'm watching WrestleMania, I can make videos with the figures. I'm like, this will be kind of fun to do. I've never done that before.
Right.
And CM Punk's neck sits way too low on his shoulders. So he looks like he has no neck at all. But like CM Punk, he's thinner. He's got a neck, right? And so you got to pull it up a little bit and kind of place it on there, and it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't work. And so I was looking at it, and then I was talking to Bill about it, and he told me, he goes, the Mattel lines have the neck pegs O-ringed into the chest. So like so I got a new McFarlane too.
Supergirl.
I got the Platinum Supergirl. Wow. I got to put a headband on her so she'll actually look like she's supposed to. So like a regular figure, like a McFarlane figure, if I don't like the way the neck peg looks, right?
Yeah.
I gotta fix these lights because they're strobing. I can just pop this neck peg out of here. If I had pliers, I could do it. But I can just pop this neck peg out and switch it with a different McFarlane neck peg. Let's see if I have another McFarlane. Right.
I did that when I customized a Metallo for myself.
Yeah, and so you can do that with these. You can't do that with the WWE figure. You'd have to crack the chest, and it's hard plastic. It's not like anything you can actually mold around. So if Mattel does that spread of basics, elites, and ultimates, whatever they're going to call them, I would only want ultimate figures because they've got multiple hands, multiple heads, soft good capes, well, with WWE robes and whatever.
Yeah.
With really good, face scans and everything. It's the best of the best, but those are $35 to $40 a piece. And so, and they only come out like, I don't know, there's like 2 a quarter, 3 a quarter. So
that's reasonable though.
But if it's like one Batman, one Superman, and one hero villain, whatever, if they're not gonna,
it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a long while. And so I don't know. Like I can't see like you. I'm like, this is it. And you reminded me because I have my superpowers, right? I have some Total Justice. So that's 2 lines. I went in with the DC superheroes before the classics started. So those are kind of different scale, different articulation. Then I did classics. Then I did mini-mates. Then I started doing Lego. Then I did the icons. Then I did the essentials. Then I went back to DC Multiverse. And I went and got the last few waves of those, which are different than the classics.
Right.
Then I did McFarlane. And I'm like, all right, listen. That's 10. That's 10 DC lines that are currently in my basement taking up space. I'm not going for 11. Like I can't do it.
Well, it's like when McFarlane started out, I said to myself, man, the Dark Knight's metal. It was the first wave was basically Dark Knight's metal. I'm like, I'm gonna get those. Those are badass.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I went, well, this one's badass too. And I'm like, and then the waterfall happened. I don't have them all. I have probably 98% of them. There's some I didn't get, like this latest wave with Gangbuster and Larfleeze. I'm not. If I don't find Gangbuster, I'll be happy. But I mean, other than that, like I sold my lanterns.
Oh,
except for the Batman lanterns, and I have Sinestro, and I have Hal, and I have John. But I mean, the other ones I sold just because at the time I needed some money, but I had no more room.
Yeah. Oh, and see, the lanterns are like my soft spot in DC. So like those would be like some of the last ones to go. But I hear you. I didn't go, like, I really enjoyed the line at the beginning because I was like, these are figures we've never had before.
Right.
It's really exciting to get figures. Not to mention all the DC imports too. Yeah, I do my Mayfex too. God damn.
I have all those. I have those in the storage area too.
Yeah. I haven't put mine out yet, and I got to get a Robin's just starting to hit. I got to get my Hush Robin. Anyway, what was I saying? This is what happens when you get old. Oh no, the beginning, it was like, these are figures we've never had before and looks we've never had them. And so it was a little bit exciting. I'm like, oh, well, I'll get the metal and I'll get, some of these different kind of looking characters and the ones I really like. And then their design team lead, I'm not sure the title. You can find him online, Jason Langson. He was making, choices on things. So that's why we got our superpowers line, right? Because of Jason. We get like an 80s Kara because, he is our age and he was picking out things. So we get Gangbuster, we get Black Condor, we get Jack Nicholson-esque Joker, esque comic inspired that. We get these 80s looks and we get the 90s looks, like the Hawkman that came out, right? It's a Total Justice Hawkman, and then the Platinum is a Superpowers Hawkman.
Right.
It's because the people that are making toys now are our age, and so they're making the stuff.
People, when the Nicholson, the Platinum came out, they were just completely, I don't want that one. It's like, it follows the pattern. Every villain had a superpowers deco.
Yeah.
As far as Penguin. Penguin had the superpowers deco and the Mr. Freeze. I mean, et cetera, et cetera. It made sense for them to do that kind of
absolutely
Kenner alternate deco for him.
Well, I think that's the thing that's been driving me nuts lately a lot in our toy world, of this idea that this thing takes away from your thing. Like, they did this Joker with the Kenner look from, I don't think it wasn't from the first Batman. I think it was from like Batman Returns, or like the Kenner line that came after Superpowers. Yeah. The fact that they made that color choice means you didn't get something else. No, that's not how that works. Like, we see, like, all the Star Wars bros are like, oh, all these troopers with like these t-shirts, like these soft good t-shirts, like they're not doing X, Y, and Z. I hate to tell you, they weren't going to do X, Y, and Z. Like, they didn't do this and you lost out on that. They were always going to do this and they were never going to do that. Like, and so it's not a this for that kind of thing these days. And I think that people are just too wrapped up in, like, I'm missing out because people aren't making the choices that I want them to make. And I don't think that's
the age-old story, like movies. This is not the one I want. Like, well, you go get $5 million and you go make your own damn movie. It's like, it's live for what you have. And that's my biggest complaint about the internet. It's the biggest blessing, but the biggest curse is that Jay and Silent Bob said the best. It gave people a forum with no filter. Like, you can just say what you want and not, as you said, fact check anything. It's like, Jesus, just, it takes 2 seconds to go, that White Batman is from the comic book. Look at the damn page. It comes right out of the page. In fact, the art is on the back of the damn box.
Yeah. And people just ignore it. Like, they just,
like, look, the art's there. I mean, that's the box. That's,
that's the figure. Yeah. They don't even turn the box over. Like, they're just, and they're like, well, they picked that picture. Go, yeah, they picked that picture. So what? Like, so what? That's what the person that was making the toys decided they wanted it to look like. So that's what they did. And so I don't see you going to design school.
You go buy a license and you do it yourself. I mean, come on.
Well, the thing is, it's like, so last night I watched the Flash movie that just came out, with Ezra Miller and and I'm watching it last night.
First time or multiple time?
This is like the second or third time I've seen it. Right, I didn't see it in the theater. I refused to go pay for it. But I watched it at home.
I did. I had to.
For Keaton. Yeah. Well, see, I don't like Keaton. I like Keaton as grumpy old Batman. I didn't like him in the 80s as Batman. He just didn't. Anyway, I watched it and was like, there's some really good stuff in here. Like, there's genuinely like good stuff. Some of the running effects, some of the details that he got, some of the Some of the story setup was really good. Like
the Eric Stoltz lines.
I mean, it's funny. It's genuinely funny. And like there's stuff in there that I just go, it's okay. This isn't my Flash.
No.
Like it's just not. That's not who I think of when I think of Barry Allen. Like I grew up in the 80s. Hal Jordan had white hair.
Right.
Barry Allen was either just about dead or old. Like he wasn't, right around that time. And so, though that wasn't what I picture. I pictured Barry as like the scientist who's a little bit like late for things and this and that. Like I have that idea of Barry in my head. Wally's like it's more Wally to me than it is for Barry. And so it's different. It's way different. And I'm okay with it. And I watched it and I enjoyed it for what it was.
And I think a missed opportunity was not getting Grant Gustin to go in there. I mean, they did Ezra in the Flash show.
Yeah.
Or the whole Justice League crossover. I mean, time they're promoting it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what either James Gunn or whoever's running WB now has against Gustin. I mean, I thought he did a good job. I mean, think about it. I mean, he carried it for a while.
Yeah.
He did granted, the whole CW aspect is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just the way he personified the character.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he deserved something, just a little nod or something.
Listen, I think
he gave Clooney a nod. I mean, come on now.
The CW, I think, in my opinion, did a better job with a lot of those heroes. I have my own thoughts about Arrow, but everybody else.
You mean
I
Batman?
think, yeah. It really is. They did it in Smallville and they did it with Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like overall, I think they did a better DCU for comic book fans.
It was a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
And if you look beyond the drama of the week type scenario,
yeah,
a lot of fan service was there, just with the cameos and the if you look at the background, like when the Justice Society put picture in the background, I mean all that. I mean it was a lot of fan service, and the I forgot Bertinelli. Is it Bertinelli? Bertinelli?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the Feige for DC, I guess. But I mean, he did a pretty good job with it. I mean, you gotta understand, the budget wasn't there, but what they had was better than what some of these movies.
Yeah, no, they absolutely did. Like I remember because the Justice League movie came out at the same time as these movies did, and there was part of me that just went, "Oh, this looks better." Like this genuinely looks better than it did with the Justice League. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, why? Why does this look better with all the heroes lined up? And like, you don't have Batman, you don't have Superman and Wonder Woman, but you've got Green Arrow, you've got Supergirl, you've got the Flash, you've got sort of got Green Lantern. Like, they have everything there, and they just didn't use it. And it's like, I don't get why.
Like, I guess it goes back to the powers that be, I guess, because at the time Batman was untouchable.
Right, you can't touch him.
Diana was untouchable.
You can't do it.
Then you got Titans, which again, you gotta go with your own little mind there. But I mean,
so much fun. I think Titans was so much fun. I really enjoyed it for what it was. So it's just like, I'm gonna put this up on our Instagram. This is what's fun about doing like live stuff is like you can just do whatever you want. I thought Titans was like really good. I thought Titans was really well put together and done. And I don't understand why everybody had a problem with it. Like Nightwing was just so much fun to see. To see all the other ones. I'm going to tell you, Alan Richardson in that show.
Oh my God.
Was phenomenal. Like absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't believe how good it was, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
I mean, he started what he was Aquaman in Smallville.
Yes, he was. But yeah, no, and like even Titans, like all of those things ended up somehow crossing over with the CW, right? And it's one of those moments where I'm like, 89 Batman, everything crosses over, and it just DC does better TV. In my opinion, DC just does better TV. Like they always have, between the cartoons and everything else. Like they've always done a better job at
There's
TV.
so much red tape with Marvel. I mean, look
Yeah.
at Spider-Man, for Christ's sake. You have a whole Spider-Man verse with no frickin' Spider-Man.
Yep.
And now they're trying to correct that ship, but I mean, I think that boat has sailed. I mean, they have to just basically either Marvel has to either go to Sony and say, "Look, how much is it going to cost us?" and buy
They'll
it.
never give it up. It's the golden goose. They will never give it up. So as long as they do something, they keep it.
Because
So
the rumor mill for Brand New Day is like, I don't, my head's spinning. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go see it, and whatever they said, if it's stuck, it's stuck. But I mean, you hear rumors of Tom Holland's done after this, and you hear that it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And it's like, stop speculating, go see the damn movie, and be good, done with it.
yeah, it's like I saw the trip, like with Mandalorian, right? I saw the first teaser, like the 1 minute one. I saw the trailer. I don't want to see another commercial. I don't want to see another trailer. I don't want to see a plot idea. Like I went into the Mario movie today and I knew nothing. Absolutely nothing. Walked out happy because I was just, there were no expectations. There were no hopes. There were no dreams that got dashed. Like it was just fun. Just fun.
Me and you are the same genre area. Back in the day, you had to go to a movie and see the trailer. There was, I mean, unless it came on the Super Bowl, there was never a TV spot for a movie trailer.
No,
I can remember the last time I saw
like
a movie trailer spot.
Right, not like a 2.5 minute one. I remember the first time. I remember the first time I was able to see a trailer on my computer. Like I probably saw it before that, but I remember you used to have to go to the Apple site.
Mm-hmm.
And because they were QuickTime videos.
Right.
And so you had to go to the Apple site and get the trailers. And I remember in 2000 when X-Men came out, or 99, 2000.
I think it's 99, yeah.
When the X-Men trailer dropped, I remember going, oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to download it and then go frame by frame to see things in the trailer. And that was the first time. But like I remember going to the movies on a Friday night, and you just look at the board and you go, what's playing? And what do they still have tickets for? Like I had no idea what The Matrix was. I hadn't even seen a trailer for The Matrix.
Right.
And I just walked in and go, all right, bunch of guys, dark. It's dark and they're in leather, right? Okay. I didn't even know Keanu Reeves was in it. Like I had no idea.
Well, it's funny. On Thursday, one of the kids got on the bus and I was on my phone and they're like, what are you doing? I'm calling movie phone. Like, what's movie phone? I said, well, back in the day, you had to call a number to get the times of the movies. They go, that's stupid. I'm like, I guess it is to you, but back then it was kind of cool.
But it was the only place to get it. Like you couldn't look it up online.
Or the newspaper.
Right. Yeah. It was, you call the movie theater. It used to drive me nuts too, because it's like you couldn't find the phone number for the movie theater. So if you had a question, like specifically for the movie theater, like, when are these tickets going on sale? When's the pre-sale for these? You had to go there because they hid the phone number.
I told them, like, you had to actually line up for a first day movie, like, and get your seat. You couldn't pre-do seats. You couldn't get, hey, I want A5 or F14. You had to actually be there 3 hours before the movie started and you ate all your popcorn before you even got to the damn door.
How old are we sounding right now? Jesus. Right?
My daughter's over there laughing at me because she was being the line with us for all those movies.
Yeah, I remember the one thing that was really funny. I forgot what we were going to see, but I remember being in line for a movie theater, and there was an old couple in front of us, and they get up to the front of the line, and whatever movie they wanted to go see was sold out, or there were only like single seats, and it's just, I don't know, they were probably in their 60s. I'm saying old couple. They were probably in their 50s or 60s. And so they go, I don't know, what else is playing? What about this? Oh, this must be a sequel to that Sandra Bullock movie, because her movie was 28 Days in Rehab. Remember? Like that, it was about her going to rehab.
Yeah.
And it was called 28 Days. The sequel to the zombie movie.
Oh, 28 Days.
3 days later. So they bought tickets to 28 Days Later, and her going walking down the hall going, Oh, I really like Sandra Bullock in the first one. I hope she's in the second one. Oh,
You're in for a
God, I
rude
hope
awakening
you.
there, lady.
That's not what you're going to see. But yeah, no, like it's the world has changed, and um, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing
No.
because, like, I've been telling people this, like me making videos lately and kind of coming back and doing this. I feel like the technology is caught up to how fast my brain works. And that's not saying like I'm not trying to like tout like that I'm really smart or anything. Like I'm not trying to like I'm saying for me to be able to do what I'm doing now would take me like 2 hours. It back, 20 years ago when I started
Post
doing this.
production and
Yeah. Like I'd have to film on one camera, I'd have to put it into a program and process the video file. I'd have to cut in things here and there. I couldn't add text. I'd have to type in all the, if I wanted to put captions on it, I'd have to type in all the stuff. And I don't even think I could type over back then.
yeah, because we would film a show what on a Thursday and then it would air on a Saturday or
A
something like that.
Sunday, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And by then things had changed, and whatever. We couldn't go live like this for
right.
sure. But even just like the Instagram shorts and stuff like that. And then after you process it, then you'd have to export it, and then you have to upload it somewhere, and then you'd have to link it somewhere. There wasn't a place to put it, and you have to buy server space. And like it would take hours. And like I filmed 4 videos. I combined time for filming, editing, and posting 4 videos was probably 20 minutes yesterday. And I put up like 6 videos, and it was like nothing. Like it's just like I know what I want to talk about. I have an idea, film it, post it, out the door.
Right.
I don't have to go home to edit it. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to go back and do anything with it. It's just up.
Everything is on here now.
Yeah. No, and it's great. I'm not complaining. But it's a different place.
People got to use it right though. Like we
People
talked about
do
before.
have to use it right. They do. And people don't. And I know people get upset about it, but it's like, I think you said it before we started. Like, what did you say? I was like, yeah, no, I'm back and doing things. You said you're coming back to show what the old heads know, like, do what we know and do it right and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, no, 100%. And I know somebody's going to get, bent out of shape about me saying it, but it's true. It's like, there's no preparation. There's no pre-show. There's no, like, we have a shorthand. Like, we don't have to do a lot of pre-shows. Like, hey, what do we want to talk about? We're going to talk about this, this, and this. When I have newer guests, I'll have to do more, prep work for them. But it's like, just know what you're talking about. Like, just know your stuff. If you're going to talk, like, I like this, if I was going to review this, I'm sure everybody's like, well, why does she have the shoulders? I'm like, well, I Googled and I was like, oh, this is what she looked like in Crisis, that famous cover with Super. This is her costume. It's the wrong hair and the wrong head. So
I'm not a fan of the face sculpt.
You know what? I wasn't either. Oh, it's in the other bag.
This is better in hand. I don't know. The pictures do no justice. Yeah, it's better in hand. Okay. Yeah.
This is the stern one. The other one is fine. Like, it's absolutely fine.
So the pictures do no justice.
No, it didn't. It really did. I'm sure the Black Canary, because everybody was like the
Canary looks better in person.
Yeah,
it looks much better in person.
And I've seen people take pictures of her out of costume, like out of the package, and she looks great to me in the fan pictures.
I'm hoping to get the platinum. I ordered one online. I'm hoping I get the platinum so I can.
Where'd you order from?
Legs out. Shit. I ordered some from McFarlane and some from GameStop. I'm not sure, and one from Amazon.
So I will say I've had better luck getting platinums from Best Buy, than anywhere else, because they don't care. They just don't care. They just throw it in a box, and they were good. Like, it was so weird that last wave I had ordered. I only wanted the platinum Cosmic Boy. I wanted the regular for everything else, and I opened up the box, and I had the entire wave in the box. And as I'm pulling them out, I go regular, regular, regular. Pull a Cosmic Boy. It was a platinum. And I'm like, that never happens.
Right.
That never happens.
That last wave, I was the same way. I'm like, I don't care what I get. They all look good. And
Yeah.
I wanted the regular pig, and I got the regular pig, but I wouldn't have been mad with the platinum pig. I
No.
wouldn't be mad.
No.
Same thing with the canary. I wouldn't be mad if I got the platinum. I really wouldn't be mad, except I like the stocking look with the all black. I think it looks,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think but it's like they're doing good enough now that it's like, yeah, I'm good. It's like that new wave of page punchers. You commented on it, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoever finds me a Bloodwind and a Miss Martian first, like, I'm not worried about Robin. Like, I want all four.
That Robin's fucking huge, though.
I know. Well, so is this one. Like, so is I got this one over here.
Like he's on steroids or something.
Like, so is this one.
Yeah.
He is, because like he should be.
He
should not be that much. Oh, that's not actually.
Yeah,
no, well, no. He should be shorter. He should be way shorter. Like if I were to put him next to a Batman.
But that Martian Manhunter though is the same one from the other release, because I thought it was a bit different. The neck peg is so small.
Wait,
I saw it in the box. It looks small.
It might be. I think
he has soft, good capes. That's the only difference.
The head's different. The whole thing's different. Oh, we're gonna do this now.
Oh no, he looks similar to that.
No, he doesn't.
The head is different, yes, but
the head's different. The body's probably the same. The things they're holding on are different.
They're gold. I saw they're gold. Yeah,
they're gold, and I think they have a different design too.
Probably
what I saw. No, because it's a superpowers one. Like it's straight up the superpowers. It's like that lime green. It's not as dark. So it's like, yeah, no.
That Bloodwind is definitely a must-have too.
Yeah, especially, and now I'm very happy I ended up getting that that 90s Guy Gardner with the yellow ring.
Yeah.
So I have that one.
They're about to do the 2-pack with the Doomsday. I heard too.
Oh, my desk is just coming apart now. Oh. So this was
another rumor 2-pack of like the Death of Superman.
So this is the Death of Superman Doomsday. They're doing him as a single gold label mega.
Oh, okay.
So the people, because this was a Target exclusive. That one too. Yeah. So this is Target exclusive. I think it's just a re-release of this because it was a store exclusive. So they're doing the things that were harder to get before they go out the door.
It'd be nice to see him in that containment suit.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see that though.
Probably not.
I mean, it could be a platinum. You're helping me clean my desk, Jay. Because I've been wanting to move some of these figures out. Speaking of like Death of Superman and all that, we'll segue into because we're coming up on the end. Comic book store. You used to be my comic book guy.
Yeah, I was a full-time regular employee / patron at 3 Alarm Comics. But life got in the way. I had to step back when volleyball came into full effect. And I actually spoke with Scott recently. He's the owner of 3 Alarm. And he asked me if when volleyball was over, I'd come back.
Is that you?
What was that?
Were you scratching something?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. I didn't hear part of it. So say that one more time.
Scott from 3 Alarm called me and said, hey, I'm looking for some extra help. And I might be coming back after volleyball season, just helping out a little more full time. I'll be back in the mix. I mean, my books went from like getting every title to just core Batman, Nightwing, and Power Rangers.
Okay, yeah, I haven't bought a book in years. Like because I never ended up reading them. I think that was the hard part. It was like I wasn't reading them. I wasn't doing them. I sold off a lot of just like the fluff, like the dollar bin books, which kind of pissed off everybody that I was trying to sell to.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you want a fresh start, go pick up the trade paperbacks for the Absolute series. Absolute Superman.
So that's what I've been thinking about. Let's see if I can get the strobing to stop.
That Absolute Batman. At first I laughed at it going, man, that's just ridiculous. Been reading them. It's like the Ultimates. It's a fresh take. It's Still got some of the lore in there, but
Yeah.
it's a breath of fresh air, you know.
I've heard good things. I've read the summaries about all of them. It's something that kind of like I'd like to get into, but I think what killed me was I tried that with Dark Knight's Metal, and I felt like I got burnt because I'm reading going, the toys are better. Like, this is not as exciting as like the toys look. Like, I'm not getting the same
The
fun out of
original
it.
metal story was good. When they went back for, I guess, heavy metal and then speed metal, it's like,
Yeah,
all right, now you're milking it. You know,
yeah.
the well was fine the first time. You don't got to do it again.
Well, and that was the other thing is like it sold out so quick. So then I'm like, I'll wait for the trade, and then I kind of forgot, and I kind of am like, all right, at some point, I might, if I have time. Like that's the other thing. It's like time to sit down and read. I've
Yeah.
got like a stack of trades that I wanted because I was really enjoying those. What were they? Were they Earth? They had
First
like that
one.
Earth One where they had like the alternate Batman,
Yeah.
alternate like, and they were just done as like hardcover,
Yes.
like
Like
one shots
volume one. There's like
basically.
2 volumes for each character.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed those. And I still haven't read the Titans, the second Wonder Woman, and I got halfway through the Green Lanterns, which are like behind me. And I would just read them at like lunch and stuff, and I just never finished. And I'm
Right.
like, and I wanted those, so I can't think of like jumping into books again.
Well, it's funny because X-Men '97. After watching season one, after watching that happen to Wolverine, I went and pulled out my Fatal Attractions and I started reading that again, just because it just got me thinking. It was that done that well. I want to read it again. So it's like,
Yeah, I would love. I wish I had the drive to do that. Like I just don't, and it's weird. Like I would love to be able to say I would do it, but there's like I am so deep in toys right now. Like I'm sitting at my desk, I'm looking at like what am I gonna do with this? I'm like, I just did this is if you didn't
that
get
I
this,
saw that. That's badass. I
if
remember
you
that
didn't
cartoon.
if you didn't get this, get it. It's only $40. I don't know how deep they're gonna go, but it's one of those things where, oh, this was funny. This was hilarious. I was showing off either this or one of my other ones. And I was like, yeah, like I want to see like how, and everybody on the stream was just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm making sure the joints work. I want to make sure. And they're just like, stop. And I'm like, no. Like, like I got this news app today. And I'm like, no. I want to see like that is like, it's tight. And you could just hear anybody groaning. And I go, guys, they're toys.
Right.
You got to loosen up the joints. They're like, did you heat them? I go, no. I go, but if they break, I'll just return it and get another one. Like I got this at a small shop, so I got this at Red 5. Well, Amazon has it. Screw Amazon. Like I'll
Right.
just buy one from Amazon and return it to them. I'm not going to return it to Red 5. Like I'm not going to hurt their bottom line. But like, no, they're toys, and I want to make sure that they work. And I'm like sitting there and cracking the chest and like playing with it, and we're just like, slow down.
That happened to me with the gargoyles. Like I'm like, this could go so much further, and then they stopped. And I was playing with a Lexington, of course, the most expensive fucking one, and Lexington's arm snapped. I'm like, son of a bitch, of course. I can't,
Well, that's NECA for you. Like, and I'm so mad. They only had to release one more figure. They only had to release Macbeth.
Yeah.
And we would have had the folded wings for Hudson, and everything would have been fine. Like we would have finished. And now Hudson's the only one with open wings. And I was waiting for Macbeth so that I can open them all because I don't have space for them. And I was
They're big.
The shelves are under my desk.
They're
So if I
fucking
could
big.
if I could fold the wings on everybody and have them up above my desk, they're under here because I never put them up because I was like, I'm not going to even open them. So they're all sitting in a box downstairs.
I wish I would have finished it. Like it was that good. And like now they're,
Yeah.
I mean, and Toy Fair had those ducktail ones. I'm all in for that. I'm gonna have to get those just for nostalgia.
Love those. Like I am so psyched for those because again, another company, Funko, started the Disney afternoons, and they did some of DuckTales, they did some of Tailspin, they did some of Rescue Rangers. Like they did everybody in Rescue Rangers except Monterey Jack. And I'm like, they did everybody in DuckTales except for they did Scrooge, they did the boys, they did Gizmo Duck. So they did like the core, but like we didn't get Webby. We didn't get what's his name. We didn't get any villains. Like there were no whatever. We got Baloo, but then we didn't get Kit, and we didn't get Shere Khan, and we didn't get any. We didn't get the pirate Don. Was it Don Corn?
Don, yeah,
Coronado or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't think of his name right now, but yeah.
So like it's those kind of things that it's like, like they just leave it. Like Funko did it with Rick and Morty. Like we got through like most of the cast, but then they didn't do Jerry and they didn't do Beth. And I'm like, come on, like just finish. I'm hoping that with NECA, because the rumor is NECA's losing Turtles, with Mattel taking over, because everything went through Playmates.
Yeah.
Now Playmates doesn't have Turtles and it's going to Mattel. I think NECA might be cooked with Turtles. So I hope they do. And I think that they said somewhere that they're going to try to do all of Disney Afternoon. So we'll get DuckTales. Maybe we'll get Tailspin. Maybe we'll get Good Rescue Rangers. I would love that. And Darkwing Duck. Yeah. Oh, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I would clear a shelf and just have my whole Disney Afternoon, because that was so important to me as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Because like I also always wanted gummy bear figures, and they never made those either. Like I know.
I think the only gummy bear toys was like little like racket balls as bears. You could bounce them. I remember having those.
They made like almost like little people versions where they're like the hard plastic, or that then they didn't have any articulation for gummy bears. So yeah, I'm like, if they do all of Disney Afternoon, I will be a very happy person, and I will go all in. I'll go all in with them. Because
it's also a niche market too. So I mean, it's like it's old heads like us. That's
but that's where NECA lives. To be honest with you, like what did I get?
I agree.
Like I didn't want to. I wasn't going to, and then I got Bert and Ernie for like $17 a piece. I got them half price, and I'm like, all right. And then now I just got Grover.
I saw Super Grover in the store today. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I got Grover, and I'll get Big Bird, and I'll probably get the Muppets, even though Miss Piggy doesn't look great. But like, I love the Muppets, so yeah, I will get this stuff. It'll take like 10 years to get everybody, but yeah.
Who was the original that did the Muppets back in the day?
Palisades.
That's right.
Palisades, and those figures go for bank. Like they go for big money. And then Diamond did them, and Diamond actually did a really good job. Like Diamond Select did an amazing job with the Muppets. But they didn't get to finish. Like this, I am so happy that they finally got to this. So I got my Rizzo. I'm very happy. He sits on my desk every day. All the other Muppets are put away, but Rizzo's out. But I'm hoping that what NECA does is they'll also do the movies, because I want a Muppets Christmas Carol set of action figures that actually look good.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because like you'll get like the big Ghost of Christmas Present, and they'll do like the fun flowy stuff for past, and maybe we'll get a Michael Caine figure. Like I'd be thrilled with that if they'll do those. So well, we're at our time. Thanks, Jay. It was great to catch up.
Yeah, man. Good to get back together.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have you back. We got to do this again. Anything you want to plug? Anything you're at 3 Alarm again. So
yeah, back at 3 Alarm. I said as of right now, I'm just just getting my Power Ranger collection back together, and I said I'm about maybe 3 or 4 Megazords away from having everything up until the new stuff.
That's good. That was like the divergent part of my life. My mom, we went to Toys R Us. This is my last little thing. We went to Toys R Us, and I saw the Power Ranger stuff, and I knew it was hot, like when I was like 12 or 13. And she's like, you can start one new line. You want Power Rangers? And they had all the Zords there. They had them all. And And then they also had Batman the Animated Series. The
I mean,
first wave.
No brainer.
I got my Penguin figure.
Yeah.
And that was it for me.
No brainer.
So anyway, Jay, it was great to have you. Follow us online, Cash's Corner, on everything. Anybody watching the replay, leave your comments. What are you looking forward to? What did you see? Are you in for the new Mattel? All that stuff. And I don't even know who's next week's guest is. Who's next? Oh, Jesse's coming back. Jesse's back next week. So we'll have Jesse back, and then we're trying to work out the following week, because the following weekend is WrestleMania, and I'm not doing a live show. I'm not going to try to counter program WrestleMania. I'll counter program the assholes that run their show on Saturday nights, but not WrestleMania. Right. So we're going to try to do
priorities.
Huh?
Priorities.
Yes, exactly. Well, I'm going to be watching WrestleMania. I don't want to be sitting here doing a live stream while freaking Cody's kicking the shit out of Randy Orton. So come back next week. We'll see everybody then. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy it. And we will, I'm going to screw this one up again. I got to take us off. All right. I'm going to take us out. Oh, I lost it. See, this is the problem. Like I'm still learning how to do this, and I just lost my little, there it is. Okay. All right. We'll see you all next week, guys.
Later.